happened tonight? Don't know.
It's unknown. They did a domestic violence type thing to where he assaulted her. The warrant was issued. It's been in the system for a while. He came back, violated her possibly, and assaulted her again and took her car. I mean, so that warrant in the system of his worries right now. The felony evading right now is going to be the problem he's going to face, plus the assault that occurred tonight, as well as carjacking, is what we're hearing too. So it's just a matter of time now, just following CHP, following their procedures, following them northbound on the 5 freeway here through the commerce areas. We get a little further north. And like I said, they'll just continue to hand off. So probably right now, East LA CHP is handling pursuit with the LA County Sheriff's helicopter overhead coordinating. So it's just a matter of time before he makes a move and disables his own car or gets off the freeway.
And you also wonder, Christine, if they did any damage to their car with that maneuver that clearly did not look planned.
And I'm also noticing the speeds. This is the slowest we have seen this pursuit the entire time, 40 miles per hour. So when you talk about, is this car perhaps disabled in some way, it very well may be. Tim Lynn, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I think what he did there is try to do what we call a ramp dive, to where he'll get, I'm trying to look, see whose night sun that is that's on it, but do a ramp dive where they'll, at the last minute, try to zip over and go off the freeway onto another ramp to try to maybe lose a couple off. Here comes a pit, maybe.
Pit maneuver
really
on the freeway.
Here we
go, on the freeway, pit maneuver. Wow, we don't see that very often.
The jam car's got to get up there. Jam car's got to get up there and jam that so you can't move. You see the
look at the wheel. Yeah, the wheel is literally off. So you wonder where this person has. So now we're going to have at least temporarily, a freeway closure on the 101. And now he's going to drive without a wheel. You can imagine the sparks that are probably going to be flying. You also look at the back bumper where there's now damage because of that pit maneuver. It doesn't happen often, as we said earlier, but it is not impossible to see a pit on the freeway. This is a situation, Tim, where we had the driver driving around 35, 40, 45 miles an hour. We had a wide open freeway, so sort of a perfect situation to try to pit that driver. Now we see debris flying off of this car. You got to think this can't last much longer, Tim.
Well, no, not with that front right wheel off. That's, the front wheel drive that puts the drive to it. So right now he's got a little bit of rubber left on that rim. But eventually that's going to start sparking, as you said. Like I said, he did that ramp dive trying to bail off, but he had that raised median that he didn't see until last minute, hit it, came off it, and then slowed way down because his tire's going flat. The left or the right rear may be even flat as well. You have all these CHP officers behind him doing a traffic break. The pit maneuver or pit unit goes up and now has a safe area, no traffic either side. Traffic behind him is pretty much going to get stopped. Pulls that pit maneuver, spins him around.
Real quick, I'm just going to do an update in Spanish, since we do have our NBC Newscast coming up here very soon, and I might not get another chance to do it. So let me switch on over, and we'll be right back with our coverage in English. Buenas noches una vez más desde el helicóptero. Yo soy Eliana Moreno reportando sobre una persecución policial que continúa aquí ahora en el área de Woodland Hills. Está en la autopista 101 en dirección norte, acercándose a la avenida 𝗏𝗏. Y esta es la patrulla de caminos de California que está persiguiendo al conductor de este vehículo, una Hyundai gris en color, porque creen que es un vehículo robado. Y también el sospechoso detrás del volante es buscado en conexión con un incidente de violencia doméstica. Al momento se desconoce la condición de la víctima o cuándo eso ocurrió, pero esta es una persecución que empezó en el condado de Riverside con la policía de Riverside. Continuó en la autopista 210 en dirección oeste, la autopista 605 en dirección sur, la autopista 5 en dirección norte, la autopista 34 en dirección oeste y ahora la autopista 101 en dirección norte. Entonces es una persecución que ya lleva bastante tiempo, mínimo una hora, y ahora estamos en el área de Woodland Hills, donde el vehículo ahora está dañado y como pueden ver es una persecución que continúa a velocidades altas, considerando la condición del vehículo. Aproximadamente 70 millas por hora, con la patrulla de caminos de California persiguiendo a este vehículo desde la tierra con lo que veo son 4 patrullas y también el helicóptero de la policía. Reportando desde Woodland Hills, desde el helicóptero, 𝗟𝑏 Moreno, Telemundo 52. Okay, back with you guys here in English. I'm ready, Jack, go ahead. Great. Hello, Mike. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Copy that. And once again, thank you to everyone who is joining us on NBCLA.com, our viewers from Telemundo 52, and all of our streaming platforms. We continue to follow this pursuit here northbound on the 101 freeway through Woodland Hills. At the controls of News Chopper 4 is my pilot, Agoura Hills. And this pursuit continues northbound on the 101 freeway. And again, this is a carjacking suspect, also wanted for domestic violence, and a no-bail felony warrant. The car is a silver Hyundai with the CHP behind him and above him. It's been going on for a while, all the way from Riverside, and we're now in the San Fernando Valley. And we actually have to prepare for our NBC LA newscast coming up here in the next few minutes. So we're going to be on Channel 4 if you're in the LA area at 11 o'clock. Telemundo 52 on Channel 52 if you're in the LA area. That's at 11 o'clock as well. So we're going to take just a quick breather as we prepare for the show. And of course, if anything dramatic happens between now and then, like that bumper flying right off, we will, of course, interject. But for now, we're just going to prepare for the show real quick. Once again, from News Chopper 4, I'm Eliana Marina. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you at 11 o'clock. I can hear you. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead, Tim. Yeah, you want me to switch? Okay. 178 on the back gear. You said pictures only on the top? Yeah? Go. Sure, Mike Level for News Chopper 4. We are entering Calabasas here on this police pursuit that started all the way out in Riverside and is now making its way northbound on the 101. 5 minutes out? Okay. Copy that. Yeah. I was going to say, isn't there an incline? 35. Now, you could cause him to overturn. Well, he's got sparks flying on that side where he lost that tire, but he's going about 50-ish. I am. Thank you, Tim. Yes, it is. 101 North. I think it's because he's missing a tire on the other side. Oh, maybe he was going too fast, maybe. Okay, copy that. Well, yes, we're about to be in show in 2 minutes. He did call in. That was a successful pit maneuver, all things considered, but unfortunately he was able to drive out of it. Let's actually roll some tape and show you that pit, which was when he was in the San Fernando Valley, the 101 North. That's when he slowed down just enough, and CHP officers saw an opportunity to try that pit, and it worked for a moment. They were able to spin him out. He was facing the wrong way. It seemed like it was over because he even lost a tire, but was somehow able to drive out of it and continue moving. But in the time since then, he's lost that tire completely. He's down to the rim. That's on the passenger side of the vehicle, on the front side of the car. He also lost the bumper, but incredibly is still going here, northbound on the 101 freeway, approaching Canaan Road in the Agoura Hills area. But we need to backtrack it just a little bit to tell you how this all started. This, again, is a carjacking suspect, also wanted on a no-bail felony warrant and domestic violence. All started out with Riverside police, but then eventually the CHP got behind him now that he's on the freeway, and we may be witnessing a pit. Yeah, there you go. Here's another pit on the 101 North at Canyon Road. Let's see if this time they box him in, which is not what they did last time. And it looks like he's going to back right into a pole. He's going to get jammed. This is going to be it. So CHP officers are approaching the vehicle now with guns drawn. One officer moving right up to the car and opening the door. That is pretty incredible. They normally don't move in that quickly. But in this case, they were done. They pitted him here. They pushed him into that pole, ran right up to him, opened the door, and now taking him into custody. Correct. Also, one of the things he was wanted for was, again, carjacking, domestic violence, and that no bail felony warrant out of Riverside Police. They were the original agency until he jumped on the freeway on the 210 West, and they relinquished it to the CHP. It made its way westbound on the 210, south on the 605, north on the 5, west on the 134, and finally north on the 101 freeway, where it appears that things have come to an end. Officers, of course, will clear that vehicle to make sure that nobody else is inside. But again, one person now in custody at the termination of this pursuit here in Agoura Hills. It was a fast-moving chase, Colleen, at one point going over 100 miles an hour. So even though we've crossed a lot of territory here, all the way from the IE over to Agoura Hills, he was able to make up that trip very quickly because of the high speeds until, as you said, he was pitted and slowed down. But even after the pit, he was still going at freeway speeds, so easily still in the 60 to 70 mile range until finally this last pit maneuver, this second pit maneuver, was able to bring things to an end. And fortunately, no collisions to report during the course of this pursuit, and one person now in custody. Thanks, guys. Let me ask. Assemblies from the chopper. Would you like us to go home?